How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video, and guess what? We are going to be doing some more reactions. This time focusing on some of Noah Antwiler, or aka the Spoony One's videos or reviews. We're going to be looking at his NES review of apparently Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Never heard of that game, but apparently it's really old. So let's go ahead and look at it. Let's go. Okay. A Spoony video game rant. Okay. What's going on?
Yo, check it out. Prince John and the sheriff, they was running the show, raising the taxes because they needed the dough. A reign of terror.
What?
They were shaking down the people just to be.
Was that an actual thing in that movie? What?
Remember Robin Hood? I remember Robin Hood. And I'm not talking about that gay Errol Flynn Robin Hood. I'm talking about the gritty, realistic Robin Hood, where Dances with Wolves, Robin of Locksley, teams up with Driving Miss Daisy to fight the evil sheriff of Nottingham, Hans Gruber. Right. I mean, people make
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
about how they didn't like how the Kevin Costner movie came out. But let me tell you something.
Kevin Costner was a shit back in the day.
Dragged Robin Hood down over the years, like humor, swashbuckling, adventure, British accents, and Prince John. All right, you know what?
British accents.
Movie ever made. I'll tell you what, it gets even better. You know why? Because they made a video game out of it. Let's watch.
Oh God.
I have played few games that felt longer than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. What's the deal?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
It's bad.
I know it!
Oh, and I mean really bad. It starts out okay, but then there's just one thing on top of the other that turns out it just heaps on and makes this one of the worst, most painful games you'll ever play. So, you start out in Jerusalem where you've been captured. You and your friend are apparently getting tortured. Well, one guy is, that guy in the stocks, and apparently you've just put in timeout where there's no possible chance of escape. Unless you pick up this sword that's laying on the counter back there!
Free at last.
So you kill the jailer, you let him go, and you'll see right away that every one of these character portraits makes it look like some kind of weird tang-dipped mixture of a Muppet and Yogi Bear.
Okay.
This is the most hideous character portrait you've ever seen, and the entire game is doused in this horrible brown, orange, and gray shit.
It kind of reminds me of
really
Castlevania.
Horrible color palette. And so I have no idea how to get out of this room. And it turns out there's actually RPG elements to this game.
I'm gonna turn on
what you've got to do is you've got to bounce around the room for a while. And then there's a menu system, so where you search.
Okay.
Like the door's locked, so you gotta fight through the search menu. You find the hidden key. You go get the key. And you have to use the key, and then you're out. And you basically have to search every room if you want to be able to survive, because you take so much damage. You have to search everywhere you go and every corpse you find to get potions, because that's the only way you're going to survive.
Okay.
Azim's back there. You know, Azim is the Morgan Freeman character, the Moor. So he lets you go and he says, oh, by the way, there's a locked door over there, and I hid a door key just outside this cell. Well, that's awfully convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Sure enough. He managed to find one of the master keys out of the jail, hid it in a haystack, and then allowed himself to get chained up just in time for you to save him. Did he really need saving? I don't know. But you go outside, and all of a sudden there's this guy. He goes, "Prepare die, infidel." And this kicks off one of the major action focuses of the game. It's not the top-down combat like Zelda. No. It's It's the dueling. And it's the most horribly broken, awkward, ugly-looking fight scenes you've ever...
I mean, it looks kind of cool.
Soul Calibur's a button mash fest. No, it's got nothing on this, where you just got basically two guys, and it's sheer chance and luck whether or not you're going to hit anybody, because basically it's just you doing this weird little hoppy dance. It reminds me of something. And just mashing the button, two guys swinging at arm's length, hoping to hit each other, and you'll pretty much always lose unless you know the trick. And I'll tell you the trick later. So let's just pretend this is going really well. Holy shit, did you see that? My sword makes bad guys explode.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you gotta fight through the sewers, and I don't know, but I'm fairly sure the sewers underneath Jerusalem don't run blue. But, you know, anything to avoid more brown color to this game, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
I immediately got killed because I'm a dumbass.
Game over.
So again, we keep fighting, and this is the second action focus. You're like, what is this? All of a sudden, your characters
switched
turned
again.
into
That's
little
weird.
teeny, like Lilliputian stick figures, and you're apparently fighting Smurfs. And
That's really
the controls
weird.
are so bad, they've actually changed the sword fighting to where your sword is now the other button.
What?
And your companions are absolutely useless because all they do is they run into the Smurfs and get butchered. It's not really all that hard, it's just boring. It gets harder later, but this is it's just a sneak peek into how bad this game is gonna get, because this is the best it throws at you. From
Okay.
here on, it's actually all downhill. So you fight through that, and then you go to Sherwood Forest, where you find Guy of Gisborne, and then you have to kick his ass. And guess how
Guy of
you have to
Gisborne,
do that?
kick his ass.
He sends his guys after you. And
Okay.
there's another one of these fights. So
Oh,
it's
God.
you and Azim hacking away at a bunch of fucking Smurfs, and these guys have bows now, so they'll fuck you up. You notice Azim dropped dead immediately, because all he did was run into the crossbow fire. And the controls are flipped, it's pissing me off. These are some of the worst controls ever.
Hello, Sheriff. Is this your idea of control? Shut up, you twit!
I love Sheriff Hans. But all the Smurfs, they just line up in a conga line and happily wade into your swords of fury,
Okay.
and you win. Azim isn't dead, he just gets up. Apparently he was just knocked out by the Sheriff's guard.
I'm not
The
dead!
most subtly annoying part of the game is the isometric perspective, which tries to give you the illusion of 3D. The only problem is, everything you see is completely flat, so you will be literally walking into the tops of towers when there's no reason you should be.
Yeah,
does
true.
this make any
That's
sense?
weird.
I'm actually walking into the top of the crenellations. This is why I chose this game for the SPOONY experiment, guys.
Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe?
Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. Then you go back to your castle to find your father dead, and your house is infested, I'm not kidding, by feral cats. Nothing but.
What?
And these cats will kick your fucking ass, I swear to God. These things have a 30-foot
God.
horizontal leap, and they go right for your balls, man. Look at these things, they're chasing me down, and these cats are fucking pissed off. They've come for my blood. And it's really hard to hit these little creatures, and that's all you fight most of the time in this game are the little teeny monsters, because it doesn't seem that bad because it's kind of an overhead Zelda view, but Robin is right-handed, and so his sword actually kind of tends to the right. So when you're swinging straight ahead, you're not actually swinging dead center, you're swinging off to the right. It's just so you can't hit anything that you want to hit unless you've lined it up perfectly, and most of the time, the cats will just tear your balls off.
Oh,
So I
God.
don't even know what I'm looking for here because I'm not really paying attention. I think I'm here to find that blind motherfucker. And of course he's not hiding in the most rational place.
Oh, whoa, what happened?
No, he's just sitting in the kitchen playing with himself, and he's, apparently the cats want to leave him alone. They go, "Oh, Master Robin, is it you? They tore me eyes out." So we go to Maid Marian's place, and if I can stop walking into the fucking towers! There's a guardsman there, he sees your amulet, he lets you in. So I don't know where Marion is. Maybe this old lady will help me. Holy shit! Look at this! Oh man, it looks like a pumpkin head or ripped, torn, and dragged. This is one ugly bitch! That's why
Oh, God.
swallow your soul. Then the sheriff's guards come, and then you gotta get to the third major action focus. It wasn't bad enough they had to do this stupid thing. They added a horse chase sequence where you have to routinely jump over the same two boulders
looks
every
so
time. And
bad.
it's not too bad until you realize that if you fuck up even once, you're
Oh.
dead. And if you fuck
This
up
is the
3
kind of
times,
games we
the game
were
is
supposed to
over.
enjoy back in the day.
That's the worst part of this game, guys.
Let's be honest here. Any kid nowadays that would see this would probably give it a hard pass. They would not want to spend time looking at this.
If you reach the game over, you start the game over again. There's
Oh,
no
God.
saves, no real continues, 3 lives, that's it.
Oh,
you
God.
have to fight through the entire plot, and it's fucking terrible. I mean, can you imagine having to get this far if you tripped over a fucking rock on your horse? It's inexcusable. I mean, why would they not have some kind of password system? It's
True.
an RPG, for Christ's sakes. And check this out. Sherwood Forest, it fucking crawls. Look at these monsters coming out of the woodworks to beat my ass. There's little rats,
Oh, God.
there's big rats, and then there's bats and there's wild boars. Everything in Sherwood Forest wants to take a big old piece of your ass. And don't even get me started on the inventory system, which has like 2 icons for weapons, and yet that really sucks because you know you'll eventually need this thing called the Druid's Dagger, but it looks like a normal dagger, so if you throw it out, you can't win the game.
Oh, jeez.
I'm still running around Sherwood fighting fucking rats and bats.
There's like so much stuff going on.
A bat flew up my ass, and I went to the next level. Can you believe that? Oh my God, it's Meatloaf or Roseanne or who does that look like? Ronald McDonald? I guess that's Little John. So he's like, well, I guess you want a fight to cross me bridge.
Okay, that's part 1. We got part 2 on here too. Good lord. Because I wanted to do both parts all at once. So, good lord.
And I like you actually have the option to say no. I've never said no because I just want to get through this fucking game as fast as possible, but I said yes.
True.
And so we fight. So this is one of the easiest fights because Little John's staff actually doesn't really have that much
Little
reach.
John.
But it's still awful. It's like Rock'em Sock'em robots, I swear to God. And, you know, you can't duck and stab, so there's no real advantage to ducking, because otherwise you'll just stand there looking like a jackass. So I finally figured out the secret to one of these guys. Is basically just pin them in the corner and rape the shit out of them with your broadsword. Look at this.
Oh, God.
Yeah, come on.
Just kicking his ass. Is he blind?
Get some, John. Yeah. Oh, you're a big man, but you ain't nothing. I'm stabbing you in the balls over and over again. Yeah.
He says.
Who's your favorite new kid? Tell me who.
Who's your favorite new kid?
Now, dillweed. And we haven't even gotten started yet, because now you form the Merry Men, and they can't do anything by themselves. You gotta do fucking everything for them. You gotta fight their battles. You gotta rob the wagons, and you gotta train them.
Alright, gentlemen, grab your feather caps, junkins, falcons, boats, swords, quivers, and pantyhose.
But first you have to break up a wedding for Will
The
Scarlet.
pantyhose.
Get the past the towers. I hate this perspective. You have to break up a wedding for Will Scarlet, who's what? Ah!
Huh.
Man, Pumpkinhead's back. She's everywhere. Okay, you have to break up a wedding for Will Scarlet, whose wife has been kidnapped by this lord. So you go there and you say, "Stop this shit, I object." And the guy's like, "Well, do you have any proof I've abducted her?" I'm like, "Asshole, she's sitting right there. Why don't you ask her if she's being forced to marry this guy against her will?" So, "Oh, you gotta fight through the castle. You gotta fight all the guards to get my ass kicked. Gotta find this letter in which he brags to the sheriff of Nottingham, in which he's got this fine piece of pussy. Ha 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 ha." And then you gotta fight this guy because, of course, he's not gonna stand for it. And it's another one of these boring sword fights. And this is finally the secret. Contrary to every swashbuckling tradition you've been led to believe, standing on top of a table is actually a detriment because you can't stab the guy downward. Your sword goes right over his head. And the guy on the ground can just whack you in the shins until you fall down. So that's the secret to fighting these guys, is to find lower ground and beat the shit out of them.
True.
And of course this guy seems to know this, which is why he's not getting in range of my fucking sword and he's prancing around like a fairy with his hand over his head.
Jesus.
And he won't, I'm just sitting here because I'm not going to leave this place, because if I leave, he'll
Dude,
be
he
on
sounds
even
so
footing with
mad.
me, and it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots again.
Dude, he just sounds so mad.
Then you gotta rob the tax wagons, and I'll give you $1 million if you can figure out how you do that. Yup, you fight Guy of Gisborne again, and it's another sword fight. I mean, who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Now there's not even really any high ground, so it's the Rock'em Sock'em thing again, where you're just trading shots. I hate this fucking game. There's just no logic to it. It's like, man, this is pissing me off.
Oh boy.
Something vexes thee.
Yes, something fucking vexes me, and it's I gotta train the Merry Men now. And to do that, you find a master sword trainer. Like, I couldn't do that myself. And the master sword trainer is this little pansy in green pantaloons who wants to fight you in the exact same way every other guy does. He's not really just a master swordsman. He just has a bigger health bar than everyone else. So, once again, back into the breach. I'm sitting behind this rock because it's the only high ground I can hope to get. But it's not even that good because it's not high enough, and so we're just trading shots. And I'm gonna die.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, you gotta fight your way back because I forgot to do a save state. I had to do this whole game over again just to get back to where I was.
Oh, God.
Come on. fight you, blah, 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 blah. He's done there. I finally got him into where I want him. I got him pinned up against the... I got him pinned up against the wall where I'm shoving my sword right up his ass.
There we go.
Fuck you. And then you gotta fight a giant wild boar for the merry
What?
because they're too pussy to do it themselves. I taught you guys how to use a fucking bow. What the hell, you guys? You remember this from the movie? I fucking don't. And what the hell is going on here? I'm shoving my sword up this boar's anus, and it's not doing anything. So back to camp where the Celt Smurfs have attacked, and notice my merry men are dead already, except for Friar Tuck, who walks into a half-dozen crossbow bolts.
Oh, God.
Like a badass. Oh, this is taking forever. Can we speed this
All
up?
of his dudes are dead. Awesome. Okay, another horse race. Okay. Okay.
So after all that and much more, you finally get to storm the castle. All right.
And it's another one of these
This
battles.
is terrible.
Okay.
Can we try to make this more epic, please? Anyone?
Hey. I always love that. Just the one guy that didn't get stabbed. He's just like, hey. He just killed a bunch of people. Unnecessary death. He just kills everybody.
And it won, that's it. Just kidding.
Just kidding. That's funny. He just kills everybody. There's no reason to it. He just does. Oh god.
Didn't work, did it? Anyway, I'm finally up to the... What the fuck is that? It's a giant skeleton. Ah! It's that bitch again. She must be everywhere. I guess she's that evil witch who follows the sheriff around. And anyway, she's got a bodyguard skeleton, this 30-foot skeleton, and you can only beat it with this thing called the Druid's Knife.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, I remember this from the movie too. Come on. Oh. This thing is such bullshit too because it's so hard to hit him. So you just gotta pound him until it's dead. Come on! Yeah, yeah. And it blows up.
Fuck me, cleared it.
So you finally blow up the creature, you talk to the witch, who also explodes.
Oh,
and then
God.
you find the sheriff of Nottingham, who looks nothing like Hans Gruber, disappointingly. And what's really funny is you get into kind of this little witty banner thing where he's like, you know, and being dead seems to run in your family, and the sheriff goes, yeah, touche. You really got me there. So it's the last fight, and, you know, this whole thing reminds me of something. Just something about the way they move. Fuck, what is it?
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this.
Oh, this is awesome. This is so awesome.
Bring it down. Half time.
This isn't climactic in any way. It's just like every other fight you've had to
True.
endure a dozen times over. It's just
The
really
game does
annoying because
seem
you're trying to draw the sheriff
kind of
to where he'll get,
repetitive.
you know,
It
stabbed
does
in the
seem like
kneecaps.
that.
Really, you're just trying not to fuck up this whole game.
Yeah.
You know, believe me, in a game this long, it can run you about an hour if you're not making any mistakes. And with all the inventory management you gotta do,
It just seems
that's
very
a gamble.
repetitive.
But I mean,
Like,
you're just
why
under
would you
so
play it?
much stress. So, I finally beat the sheriff, and in case you were hoping this ending was worth it, it's really not. Yeah, it's the usual mix of orange portraits talking to each other with a distinct lack of Sean Connery which I find unforgivable, by the way. So the orange people stand in a row. You'd think she'd want to get over all this trauma she suffered today after being nearly raped and married by the sheriff of Nottingham. No, they want to get married right away because, you know, in Sherwood, all hell breaks loose on a regular basis. The king interrupts. The priest says, "You may kiss the bride," and Robin goes, "Okay," and headbutts her. And they live happily ever after.
Yeah, no, that was not a good game. Also, I noticed, like, for just a quick second, they were playing some of the music from the Disney Robin Hood. So that was kind of cool. I mean, let's be honest here. I get why he wouldn't like this game, and the game itself looks very repetitive, very frustrating, and overall, I mean, in terms of, like, I want to say those particular games back in the day, I mean, there was not a lot to basically for, I want to say, replayability and causing a lot of frustration with certain things that they could have done, but they didn't. So, or at least, at the very least, they probably didn't have the capacity to do it. But anyway. Alright, I think for now, I am going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, it's all in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I will see you guys next video.